Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to the Divine Mother. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. Amen. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev we in Australia and New Zealand have assembled here, the Kriya ones, to spend few days intensifying our meditation, observing silence, and also little satsang. Coincidentally, this is the period of worshipping the Divine Mother in India. Nine-days worship called as Navaratri, and two Navaratris are very famous. One is in the month of September, October. The other is in the month of March, April. So this is the Navaratri. Today is the 5th and 6th day. You will tell how it becomes 5th and 6th together. It is because of the lunar day. So lunar day is not 24 hours day like the solar day. In Vedic culture, divinity is worshipped in all aspects. The earth is mother, water is life, fire is divine, air, our breath, is our everything. So ordinarily people thought, or people in the West, the Vedic civilization, Vedic culture is the worship of the elements. It is not worship of the elements, worship of divinity manifested in everything. During this Navaratri, the most prominent occasion is on the 9th day, which is coinciding with the birthday of Lord Rama. So this Navaratri has birthday of Lord Rama. And in the English calendar, this year it is on the 17th. Today is 13th. Till this morning, I didn't think what to speak here or what to talk. In the morning, just for nothing, I went in the ashram to the gents' residential rooms. So I looked at this room, I looked at that room, I looked at the room of our Swami, Prabhuddhananji. On his table, I found a holy book, Sri Ramacharita Manasa. It is on the life and teachings of Lord Rama. I picked up that book. I took it in my room. So then the thought came, okay, let me open a page. So I told, can you open this page? I told Vishal Baba. And then I told, can you make photo of 2 pages? This is how the thought got more precipitated in my mind, crystallized. Lord Rama and his teaching. People in the world, and even some people in India, they believe that Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, they are mythological characters. Did they really exist? People, after some time, they will think, did Jesus exist? Just like Jesus is not a mythological or imaginary character, Jesus lived with us, lived on this earth. Thousands of years ago, before Christ, Lord Krishna lived, Lord Rama lived, they lived on this earth. It is not mythology, it is historical. Yes, it is so long ago, and because of the devotional aspect or imposing divinity on them, so people mystified them. For example, don't take it as a criticism. To have a baby, a virgin to have a baby, it sounds in the scientific mind impossible. I'm not going to science, I'm not going to discuss all this, but Jesus lived. Here, what happens in our ordinary religious spiritual life, we always want to mystify. For example, somebody came and with a request, can you please pray for me? I'm in this trouble. So by God's grace, the problem was solved. The person started, oh, he has this. And because of him, this was done. It is not true. It is your faith and also prayer. Both work together. Your faith works. If you read the Holy Bible, one day Jesus was sitting with others and maybe taking some food. A lady from other community came and requested, can you come and heal my daughter who is sick, unwell? And Jesus knew if he is going, the people, those who are sitting with him, they will criticize because they are not Jews. How could you go to them? So Jesus, he was very intelligent. And we tell Son of God, so naturally he knows. He told in a very technical way. He said, oh man, the food on the table is for the children, not for the dog. The lady said, yes, that is true. But whatever crust of bread or a piece of bread falls down from the table below, the dog can eat. Then Jesus said, oh man, your faith is strong. Go and see that your daughter is healed. This is just one incident. He said, your faith. He didn't say that, yes, I'm healing, you go and see that. No. What happens in life, there is need for faith. A few days ago, I was talking to our children in Balasram school. I was talking about faith, confidence. If you do not have self-confidence, yes, I can, you cannot grow up. You cannot be successful. We need to have that confidence within, yes, I will. Why not? If he is able to do, she is able to do, why can't I? If they can do excel, or they can excel very well in the examination, why can't I? I will do it. I will see that where is my weakness, where is my mistake. I will overcome it. So, faith in God, faith in the text, faith in the teacher, faith in yourself, confidence. If we do not have self-confidence, we cannot grow up. However, Lord Rama existed. He lived. Lord Krishna lived. So did Buddha, Mahavir, Zarathustra, Moses, Jesus, and what to speak of later on. Let it be Prophet Muhammad, Guru Nanak, and so on. People even doubt or question, does Babaji really exist? People, and those who have faith, they have some interaction in some way or other. However, come back to our Rama. Few years ago, some disciple requested, can you please write on Hanuman Chalisa? It is a simple prayer in Hindi dedicated to Lord Hanuman. So what I was doing, I was thinking, okay, maybe a little bit about Sri Hanuman and then Hanuman Chalisa. Then I thought, writing little bit on him, it will be too small. Because my thought was to speak a little bit or to write a little bit more elaborately. So the thought is, Hanuman a monkey? Because in English they say, translate the monkey god. Is Sri Ganesha an elephant god? What does it mean? Being on the path of Kriya, meditation, symbolism, metaphor, it gives us such deep understanding. However, simultaneously, since few days since I came here to Australia, I have started writing little bit on Sri Hanuman. So where is Hanuman? There is also Lord Rama. And this is the time of celebrating Lord Rama's birthday. So the thought came, I told from the middle of the book, I told 2 pages. I forgot to bring those papers because it is in Hindi and during the time of Lord Rama, a little before his avatar, his birth, there was one young lady whose proper name is unknown. What was her proper name? But the story goes on the evening of her marriage, she had a really pain in her heart, not the physical pain. Why this pain? Because she was living in forest, hilly area with the family. For her marriage ceremony, hundreds of animals have been assembled to be not to butchered for the marriage party. I take you a little bit to another story. The story is there was one professor in English during my time, he's no more. And he has many books in Odia language, some in English. And one book I found, I have not completed it, but I read a little bit of that book. I want to complete it. What to eat? The question is, it is in Odia language, what to eat? Grass or flesh? That is the theme, the title. In the introduction, he's telling he was in UK. In one meeting, one British lady asked him, "Are you a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian?" So he was honest. He said, "I'm non-vegetarian." So what she did, she gave a pinch. How do you feel? It hurts. Natural. It hurts. You should feel that how much do you hurt the animals. Only this example brought such a change in him. From that moment, he decided, I'll be vegetarian. Not only he became vegetarian, he made his wife vegetarian, only daughter vegetarian. And they decided that we will, in course of time, we will give our daughter to some young man in marriage who will also be vegetarian. Then he is writing about what to eat. We are human beings. Can we feel the pain in animals? Can we feel pain in other human beings? Recently, I worked on a book. It is a small Sanskrit text. Its name is Hamsa Gita. 46 verses. In Hamsa Gita, it is said, word. The words are like arrows hurting people, and that hurts so much one cannot forget. Again and again, he told me this, she told me this, that pain is never healed. How to speak? How much to speak? It's a very small but very beautiful book in Sanskrit. Hopefully next year it can be published. We hurt others. We injure others with our words, with our behavior, with our habit, and so on. So what this young lady was thinking, if there will be cry of these innocent animals on the day of my marriage, can my marriage be peaceful one? Impossible. So what she did, she wanted to escape. During those days, it was not possible to tell straight, I don't want to marry. Now it is possible. Modern times, it was several thousands of years ago, maybe 10,000 years ago. She, that evening, escaped, absconding. You know, although she grew up in forest and hilly area, she didn't go too far. On ordinary days, she didn't know the way. Where she was running and going, she didn't know. Running with fear. I might be discovered, traced. So before the daybreak, she stopped at a place because she can't go anywhere because it's daytime. She climbed up a tree, sat down on the tree top or somewhere inside the branches to hide herself and to observe where she is. Luckily, what she found, it was a place nearby there is a hermitage. And during those days, to find females as monks or nuns or mendicants was not so easy. So in small huts, few gentlemen were staying rishis. She did not have that courage also to go and to approach. I want to leave. Can you accept me? Can you give shelter? So she didn't. She stayed there whole night. The morning, and she observed when these holy people are what they are doing. So when they go to bed early. They get up early. So during that time, what she used to do, she saw where they go and take dip in a nearby lake, and they do their fire ceremony. They do go to meditate and so on. So she used to clean the path because it's a forest path, so that there will be no thorn. She will go before they get up. She will go somewhere in the forest. She will collect some flowers, some fruits, and when without their knowledge, she will keep some flowers and fruits in front of the hermitage, their cottages, and she will hide herself. That was her sadhana. Whole day sitting there, night times cleaning and doing this seva, and early morning collecting some flowers and fruits, and that was her life. Days after days after days, they're seeing somebody is surfing here. Who? Not visible. The senior most, you can say, the old hermit, rishi, once she announced, whoever you are, whether in physical form or in subtle body, I assure you, be fearless, no fear. Please come and come to me. I will take care of you. When she heard this, because when a rishi tells, he tells truth. I was reading the autobiography of an author. He has written, one Odia author from Odisha. He is no more. He said, while talking, I might have told somewhere in joke, maybe untruth things, stories, this. But when I hold my pen, I have never written anything lie, anything untruth. And he's telling, when I hold the pen, I feel as if I'm a haunted person. Go on writing, and what I write also I don't know. He's telling. So the rishis, they were so much established in truth, speaking truth, thinking truth, living in God who is truth. So this is called as established in truth. Not long ago, about 120 years ago, he lived. He left his body maybe in 1970s, 80s, or later. He lived during our time, many of us. He was a person, he was unmarried, but he was not a monk. He was living like a very ordinary human being, but he was an extraordinary man. He wandered here and there. So he was in one village. One person came and told, I have this problem. Can you help me? He said, do one thing. He said, this temple, every early morning you come and clean it. For 1 year, your problem will be solved. So that person started doing. After 1 year, when this man came to the same village, the same person came and told, sir, you told me to do all this. Nothing happened. He was shocked. He said, "Do you know, I have never told lie in my life. How could it be? Have you really cleaned the temple every day?" Again, that person became a little bit conscious. He said, "Oh, no, no, someday it was raining too much, someday it was like this. So I have not really done every day." Can you imagine a person is telling, "I have never told." He lived with during our time. He's not a person hundreds or thousands of years ago. He lived in 1970s, 80s also. One day he was wandering with his one person accompanying him as a brahmachari. So they were guests in a very, very rich man's house. Very, very rich. Ordinarily, the rich people, they want to serve holy men. They have their material, wish. Something good will happen, something this. So they offered a glass of coconut water. This gentleman, he said, no. Folded hands, said, no, I'm all right. And the brahmachari who was accompanying, he said, no. The lady insisted, please take one glass to that brahmachari, but because she didn't have courage to pressurize this man, so he then took a glass. So then they left the place, and this man asked the brahmachari. He said, "Why did you tell lie?" He said, "Lie?" He said, "First you told no. No means no. No, I don't want." And when she insisted you took a glass, that means your first no was a lie. Am I clear? You can imagine our daily life. How many times we just skip? We think it's a courtesy, mannerism. Somebody is telling so much. If you told no, no, stick to it. So, however, come back to our sea went down, bowed at the feet of this holy man. His name was Rishi Matanga. Who are you, my child? Why you are doing such penance, serving for days after days, months after months? What is your purpose? Then she narrated the whole story. I am a woman. Where shall I go? I need some safety, some safe place. For this reason, I left home. My purpose is to love and to serve and to pray. And being one woman, imagine during those days, it is not possible, but I left. So I'm here. And Rishi was so kind, so caring, old man. He said, my daughter, stay here. You know what happened? Others, those who lived in nearby cottages, other hermits or rishis, they objected. How can you allow one woman to stay here? He said, I have given words. I will not, once I have vomited, I will not take the vomited stuff again. I have told. They became critical of him. You will be deviated from the path. This is not to keep one young lady in the hermitage, it is not a good example, and so on. But he didn't pay attention. Do you know what happened? Something happened. It was you can tell, a miracle. It is said that there was a lake where these holy people were taking dip. That day when they went to take dip, the water turned into, if you have read the Old Testament of Torah, the miracles of Moses, this thing happened, that thing happened. The water turned, polluted or unfit to use. And Rishi said, this thing happened because you insulted, humiliated one innocent, pure lady. It is said that this Rishi told her, you go and put in the water will be clean. However, other rishis left. This old rishi and this young lady lived there. Years and years have passed. Now, this rishi is going to leave his body. Already she has grown up older. The rishi one day called her, told, my child, you have such firm faith. Stay here. Continue your practice, what I have taught you. This is the time I am living. But the purpose for which you left your body, left your home and started living here, to love and to serve, to pray and meditate, you continue this. And your wish will be fulfilled. One day, the Lord will come to you. And then he left the body. You can imagine she's left all alone. And she had such firm faith in the word of the Rishi that my Gurudev has told that God will come to me. I'll tell you a story. Not a story, like from a holy man, a divine personality. One day, a devotee went to this divine being, a holy man, and asked, can you come to my home for lunch? He said, all right, I'll go. Which day? Date and time was finalized. So the devotee was extremely happy. So he cleaned his house and prepared food very nicely. Few minutes before this, his guru is to come, heard the voice of a beggar. The beggar is telling, sir, I'm hungry. Can you give me some food? I have not taken food for days. This devotee thought that, okay, you sit down here. My Gurudev will come. First we'll feed him and then we'll have food here. He said, I'm so hungry, I cannot wait. Then he said, all right. He was in confusion that how can he serve food which is prepared for the Guru, first to serve the Guru and then to. So he gave a coin. During those days, a coin was enough. Have some food and come back. We'll have food here. Please come back. He took that coin and left. And the Guru is not coming. The time is gone. He went to the Guru's place and requested, did you forget? He said, no. Why did you not come? I went to you. When did you come? I have been all the time there. Then he brought that coin from his pocket, said, did you not give this coin? Yes, I gave to that beggar. He said, do you think that I was not the beggar? The purpose of telling this is life, this is truth. We do not recognize where is divinity. Divinity is all. There was a holy man in Maharashtra. He was carrying Ganga water from Gangotri to Rameswar with a group. On the way, it is hardly Rameswar, the holy shrine of Lord Shiva in south. Hardly a mile or a kilometer away. It was hot summer. One donkey was really so thirsty, was completely suffering for water. He sat down near this donkey. The pot of water which he has been carrying for thousands of miles, he took this water and started pouring water on the mouth of the donkey. Other companions said, "What are you doing? You brought it for Lord Shiva, you are pouring it into donkey." He smiled. They knew that he's a little bit like this, they left. And the surprise of all his companions, they found before they are going to pour water, and this holy man was already pouring water there on Lord Shiva. How could it be? What is happening? Ordinarily, we keep God in the temple, we think God in the mosque, God in church, but outside, can we feel, remember God's presence? And here, this lady who believed in her Guru's word, that my Guru has told, continue it. Here I quote a sutra from says Patanjali's aphorisms on yoga, Yoga Sutra. Satu dirghakala, nairantariya, satkara asevita drudhabhumi. Says Patanjali is telling, once you find a path, continue it for a longer period of time. Dirghakala, for a longer period of time. Never think, nothing is happening. Don't think of it. I have found this, I'll continue. Nairantarya, non-stop, with deep love, faith, and attitude of serving the Guru. You have to practice it, says Patanjali is telling. I met a holy man in Odisha. Met means I had darshan of him. He was a very popular but very humble Vaishnava sadhu. His name is Baya Baba. So during my teen age, I had his darshan. He left his body in early 1980s. So somebody asked him, we see that you have wonderful ability. How could it be? How could you do this? How could you get it? He smiled. He said, I don't know. No, you should tell you don't know, but it's happening. He said, you know, in the traditional, he gave the example, in the traditional farmers' practices, they take the paddy with the straw, they put it on the floor, and they yoke maybe 5, 7, 9, 11 oxens. They circle around. So below their hoof, the paddy is separated from the straw. He giving this example, he said, I am like an ox. My Guru is the farmer. He has yoked me. I'm walking. Below my hoof, how much paddy is separated, it's none of my business. My Guru told me, do this, I'm doing this. That's all. I'm not worried about what is happening or not happening. He has told, do this, I'm doing this. So simple and such firm faith. He has told that suppose in their path, it is said that you chant the name of the Lord or a mantra. I'm chanting, that's all. He has told chant, I'm chanting. How long? Doesn't matter. He has told me to chant, I'll continue chanting. That's all. So what this young lady started doing, whatever she was doing, she started doing. But my Guru has not told when the Lord will come. He has told that the Lord will come. So when he has not told, so if he comes today, so every day he was plucking some flowers, making flower garlands, collecting some fruits, berries, some tubers, some roots. Every day, nobody's coming. So use the fruits and this for other purposes, but years after years after years after years after years, no question whether it is summer or winter or rainy season. Okay, today rainy season, I will not go. Every day, if the Lord comes today, so she continued without any question, without any doubt, So this is one part of the story. The other part of the story, Lord Rama incarnated. Lord Rama grew up. Lord Rama was married. Lord Rama was to be coronated. Lord Rama's the day before coronation in the night time, there was a big turmoil in the life of Lord Rama's father, King Dasaratha. Our Dasaratha is there. So King Dasaratha and his wife Kaikeyi. The next morning, Lord Rama was to send in exile. And, and he accepted. You just think, in our ordinary mind, you are the eldest son of the family. You are the crown prince. You are to be coronated. And if such type of situation happens, what ordinary mind will tell? Who cares? I love power. People are so hungry of power at any cost. You can read the story. The son is ill-treating the father for power. The father is ill-treating the son, and so on. No need to tell. Sabapara Rama, Tapasvi Raja, he accepted. To me, the kingdom, the forest, it's the same. And he left the kingdom, went to the forest. 12 years, 13 years, it was very joyful, very loving experience. The last 1 year was the most miserable one. Mother Sita was kidnapped. And before telling Mother Sita was kidnapped, I'll quote one part of a verse in Sanskrit. Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Lord Rama is the personification of dharma, values, virtues, ethics, morality. Can you imagine who is talking like this? Who can talk? It is in Valmiki Ramayana. Who can? Ordinarily, people will think it must be from a great rishi or great guru who will be telling Lord Rama is like this. It's honor. It's a praise of Lord Rama. Can you imagine one asura? Maricha is telling Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharmaha. One asura is telling. Amazing. Lord Rama was in forest and now Mother Sita was kidnapped. And this is you can't imagine, in human civilization, in the Ramayana kidnap of Mother Sita, in the Mahabharata disrobing Draupadi, in the where? In the royal court, or you can think in the modern parliament. Everybody is sitting quietly, nobody is objecting. When Mother Sita was kidnapped, so there is a beautiful episode of Jatayu obstructing King Ravana, the abductor. And it is really a fierce fight. Jatayu is described as how can you say, Grudra, a vulture. A vulture. So I was asking Prabodhananji, in the Valmiki Ramayana, 3 characters, 3 types. One is these 2 brothers, the birds, Hanuman, whom people call as monkey god, Jambavan and his, so they are described as bear. Are they or were they birds, monkey or bear? The question mark. the nature, what I'm telling, even the birds are sensitive of the suffering of Mother Sita. The nature is sensitive, but we, the human beings, we are so insensitive. We do not feel the suffering of others. We have no sensitivity. However, here, Mother Sita is kidnapped. Lord Rama and Lakshmana are searching. First, they encountered this Jatayu, this vulture who was injured. And this vulture was taking the name of Rama, Rama, Rama. It was a huge bird. They went to him and they found that he's injured, and then he gave the information that Mother Sita is kidnapped. Then he left the body, that bird. It is said as bird. I'm telling bird, but because in our, suppose human being, one person died, we bury or we cremate. Can anybody think that the birds are cremated? Lord Rama cremated the bird. Lord Rama did the ablution for this, as the death ceremony of this bird, whom we call as Jatayu. So then, while going where Ravana might have gone or what has happened, on the way, they approached. Lord Rama is going towards the cottage of Sabari. Now, Sabari, an old lady, coming out of her cottage and looked at Lord Rama, and he recognizes it is not just a prince or somebody, because his strange dress. On one hand, the dress is hermit, that's ascetic, and bow and arrows, it matted hair. So it's a very contradictory description. But she recognized. The problem in human life, we think of Lord Krishna, we think of Lord Rama, we think of Jesus, we think of, suppose if Jesus appears, can we recognize? There is a story somewhere I read long ago that once Jesus appeared, on a Sunday, he appeared near a church. And he was looking like Jesus with his, the same. After prayer, Sunday Mass, people are leaving, they thought somebody's just putting all these costumes and dress and might be a good artist. It looks like that. So they left. And Jesus was thinking, oh God, nobody's looking at me, nobody's recognizing me. And then the priest came. Priest saw, and priest was leaving. Jesus said, come here. He said, yes. Don't you recognize me? You are a very good actor. He said, no, I am Jesus. He said, if you are Jesus, be happy where you are. We are happy with whatever you gave. I'll tell one joke. I heard it in Germany. Don't take it too seriously. The joke is, Hitler once wanted to go to a mental asylum to see how it is going on. He was the chancellor and he wanted to go. And the head of that mental asylum told that, please, you don't go there. What? You are me to stop? You are stopping me? I am to go. He said, please don't go there. Why you are telling like this? There are quite a few, they claim that they're Hitlers. He said, what? They're claiming me, I want to see them. And he went, and everybody looking like him, and everybody is telling it, and he became one among them, and nobody's coming out. So what happened? Now the head of that the doctor or whoever, he said he was in trouble because he said, any one of you come out. So the thing is, do we really recognize God? We think if Lord Krishna will appear me with a flute, if Lord Rama will come, Lord Rama will appear like this. But God is in all forms. I remember one Hindi bhajan, तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान भगत भर तेरे झोली. God is standing in the form of a beggar. O devotee, give whatever one needs. We have, but we don't want to give. However, who can really recognize? Who can recognize? It is a story. There was a holy man, and somebody, for some reason, he was upset with him, the holy man. And he started scolding. The holy man was not responding, and he became more agitated, and physically he assaulted the holy man. He didn't react anything, so he was really injured and almost unconscious, and he was left, and that unhappy man went away. Another man who came and put water and bringing him to consciousness and bringing some warm milk, and he said, Baba, Baba, please open your eyes, see who am I. He said, yes. He's not opening the eyes. Yes, I know. He said, who am I? Can you recognize me? He said, yes. You gave me slaps little ago, and now you're giving me cold water and then hot milk. He said, no, no, I never gave you slap. He said, oh, I know. You came through that. He's talking of God. God came through that angry man giving me slaps, and God came through you and giving me warm milk. It is one God. On one hand is scolding, the other hand is praising. So, however, this Sabari, this lady, she recognized, bowed at the feet, put the flower garland, offered a place with reverence for both the brothers to sit down. Then he brought the basket of fruits and berries, whatever she collected. So the story goes on. She didn't know that, is this fruit really ripe, this sweet? How to know? She grew up in forest environment. She didn't know so much of, what to do, what not to do. And she was taking a fruit, eating a little sour, keeping it aside. Another fruit, eating a little sweet, giving to Lord Rama. And it is impolite, disrespectful to eat and then to give it in the Vedic tradition. And Lord Rama is taking it so joyfully. And Lord Rama's younger brother Lakshmana, she was the incarnation of snake. He's really boiling. Lord Rama is pressing with his feet. Cool down, cool down. Then Lord Rama is telling, Sabari, the way you feed me, it reminds me of my mother. When I was a little baby, my mother was doing the same thing. If it is like this, and you are doing, Lord Rama is enjoying. And Sabari has tears. Lord Rama has compassion. Then there is the dialogue, conversation between the two. In Ramacharita Manasa, in Aranyak and towards the end, this conversation is there. She's telling whose name, because there is no proper name, it is written as Sabari. Sabari means a tribal lady. She's telling, I'm born in a very, such uncivilized family, uneducated family. Grew up like this. I am an woman. I lived here like this. But you are so kind. You have accepted me. You have accepted. You came here. And I didn't know that you are coming. So I have been waiting for you. And it is the greatness of my Guru and his words. You came to fulfill his words. Just bless me. Then Lord Rama is telling that, Sabari, to me, there is no question of you are Indian or Australian or American or African. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter you are man or woman. To me, it doesn't matter you are educated or uneducated. To me, it doesn't matter you are rich or you are poor. To me, love matters. Devotion counts. And you have that. Just reflect a little. What does God want from us? Our intelligence, our physical beauty, our social status, our academic qualification, our well-paid job, our what does God like? Just to think. God is love. We all have to cultivate love. And how? If we look at this Sabari, his, his love started with compassion. His love started with compassion for my pleasure, for my joy, for I will not be an instrument or cause for suffering of even other animals. From that compassion, it turned out to a good company. He came to the company of the holy people, although they didn't accept her, she accepted. And without their knowledge, she started serving. She didn't serve that they should recognize me, they should appreciate my seva. Ordinarily, what happens if we do something, we want a thank you note. I'm so grateful that you did this. If that person tells I'm grateful, that's fine. But if we are able to do something, why should we expect some? It is my duty. Duty is duty. There is no question of. There was a man, we can call as holy man, but he was householder. At midnight, he will come out in the Himalayan valley in Gorakhpur with blankets and walking on the street. Homeless people, beggars, lying down roadside, shivering, not enough warm clothes. He used to go and cover them without, they don't know who. And he never wanted any recognition. Just going and covering the blanket so, carefully that it will not disturb their sleep. Otherwise, one will see who. And from distance, bowing and going to another person. This is not story. And again, to tell you, the person about whom I'm talking of, he lived till 1970s. This blanket man. So if one wants to serve, one should serve so in an unnoticing manner. But we want to be advertised that I did this, I did that. So, however, let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God. Let us think of this Sabari. Let us pray to God to give us more love, more kindness, more compassion, more understanding, more humility, more fellow feeling, more surrender. O God, O Gurudev, bless me to be a real child of yours. I bow to you again and again. Let us chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. If you know, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to the Divine Mother. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Om. Thank you all.